In some homes, texting has replaced face to face communication. By USA Today, adapted by News staff on April 29th, 2019. Our smartphones have changed how many of us take photos, read articles, and get rides. Now it appears another ancient technology is being replaced, parents yelling at their kids to come to dinner. Instead, many parents are saving their voices and texting kids instead when the food is ready. Is texting under one roof another example of our obsession with technology taking the place of face to face communications? The mere act of texting one another in the same house may be built on the assumption that kids are already glued to a screen at the other end. It's quite likely they're on the Instagram or playing a game rather than reading or studying for the next day's exam. Does that mean parents are unwittingly encouraging their dependables or dependents on such a device by communicating this way? Many parents shared that they are perfectly cool with some home texting. For that matter, though, your son or daughter is just as likely to text first. Dad, can you approve my app request? It may be better not to yell. This 2019, we use technology rather than yelling through the house, says Michigan nurse Wendy Anton. She not only texts with the family at home, but communicates with them via Amazon Alexa. Anton says, the adults will also text each other for the same reason, or even if we want to say things we don't want the kids to hear. Yelling, in fact, may have negative consequences, says Dr. Pamela Rutledge, director of the Media Psychological Research Center in Newport Beach, California. It is an aggressive act and loses all the subtleties of regular voice without the benefit of adding an emoji for clarification, she says. Humans react instinctively to learn certain behaviors, and yelling creates a defensive reaction until decoded. If mom yells, "Come down here, please," it's hard to know if you're in trouble or if she just needs to tell you something that yelling can't accomplish. If, like most houses, there is no response to the first yell, then the next yell loses the please and reflects the annoyance of being ignored. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh psychologist Dr. Nancy Miramar says we often turn to technology as an avoidance technique when we think we're in trouble. People of all ages do this to avoid long or difficult conversations, she says. A precursor to a deep conversation. Though we may message family members as a nudge, texting in the house can also be a lead in to a deeper discussion or conversation. It will let them text, then say, "Come see me," or "so we can talk," says Tamara Forsman, a mother of 3 in Washington State. I try to balance out communicating in their way, text, and my way, conversation, because I realize relationships are give and take. I guess I just feel that communication is so important, especially in the teen years. I am thankful for a text because a lot of teens would never text their mom. Houston mom Kelly Jones Geiger echoes those thoughts. Geiger says she resisted texting at home with her teenage daughter for a long time. Now the two can sometimes text even when they're sitting next to each other on the couch. At 14, some things are hard to talk face to face about with mom about. I meet her at her level, and we are able to come together. I have the chance to edit my words before blurting them out. It opens up the lines of communication for both of us. Kids may also see texting this way as a more comfortable way to start certain conversations. In Chandler, Arizona, Amy Wing's 12-year-old daughter, Erin, explains to her mother why she texts her. I text you when there's something difficult for me to talk about straight to your face, or if I'm tired or doing something, or if I'm with friends and don't want to go and talk to you. If you call me to come talk to you, I'll go. But if I need something and it doesn't have to be straight away, I'll text you. Still, some parents remain firmly against the practice. Katie May, a mother of 6, forbids texting in the house in favor of forcing human interaction at all costs. Connection through text. Are there any lasting psychological effects of opting for convenient screen contact over making eye contact? As society today, says Miramar, We've learned to do so many things dependently on our device. She says it's unfortunate that technology often leads us to have short responses as opposed to really talking something through. Reading of body language is not learned. Social skill in navigating a conversation is not learned. However, Rutledge says we have this illusion that before cell phones, children would happily come downstairs for meaningful face to face time. Not so. She said she is used to yelling up the stairs, I can't understand what you're saying. Please come down if you want to ask me something. Rutledge sees another positive to texting. My kids send me pictures of their cats. That's nice because what it's really telling you is that they're thinking about you. It's really not about the cat, well, mostly. What we don't talk about is those silly things that make us feel more connected.